Welcome to GoGaming, ladies and gentlemen. Chill here with another play, and we're going to be playing Don't Starve today. I understand that the screen says we're going to be playing Don't Starve Reign of Giants, but we'll only be playing Don't Starve. That's the standalone version, the original version of this game. Don't Starve is a survival game in which you basically have to not starve, as well as not die or go insane, several other things. And you do this from the bottom up. It's a crafting game as well, similar to Minecraft, except it's actually fun. I said it, I don't like Minecraft. This game has you play as a character named Wilson. There's other characters. There's Wilson, Willow, Wolfgang. They all have different stats about them, but Wilson is the general character. And today here on GoGaming, I'll be playing as Wilson. You have to craft items in order to survive. Survive as long as you can. I believe there's an end game to this. I just never seen it. So that's what I'm going to try and accomplish over the next few sets of videos. I'm going to try and be the best at not starving, I suppose. All right? And now there's a clock cycle for day and night. Basically, we have so many hours of daytime before nighttime falls, at which point you have to find light, some form of light, so that you can survive until the morning. If you don't find light, you will be attacked, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to be my challenge today. My challenge today and over the next few days to survive, to not starve, if you will. Say, pal, you don't look so good. You better find something to eat before night comes. All right. So, there's flowers. Flowers help. If you look at the top right of the screen, you see the day clock, which I was referring to. The yellow is how much is daytime. Red is once the sun is setting or dusk. And then blue is nighttime. During that blue part of the clock, one day is 8 in-game minutes, I believe, or 1 in-game day. I got that backwards. 1 in-game day is 8 real-world minutes. So that gives you a sense of how long each day will be. And again, I want to grab all these resources so I can craft as many different things as possible. So these things like these sticks, they'll help me to create torches so I can survive at night, or weapons during the day. Of course, I have to find other materials as well. If you look at the left side of the screen, you can see all the different categories of things that I can make. So, for example, if I want a tool, if I want an axe, I'd go to the tool category, and I need 1 stick. You can see I have 6 sticks total at the bottom of the screen, and I need 1 stick. I also need 1 flint, but I have 0. So that's what's keeping me from making axes to chop down these trees. And it's a lot. Honestly, I'm not sure if this game is more about the crafting or the resource management. It's figuring out what's best for you to get at the moment. Like right now, at the beginning, you don't really have a lot of choices. You're pretty much stuck getting whatever the game's gonna hand you. Can't really complain. Oh, there goes some flint. My route just changed completely because I need that flint. Okay, so I can make the axe. You see that the flint is no longer in red, but I can also make a pickaxe. Sorry, I can't make a pickaxe. I need another flint. So here's one here. And that's what I was talking about. It's kind of like resource management. I want to figure out which one's the best tool for me to craft at the moment. Of course, now I don't have to make a choice. I can craft both the pickaxe for rocks to break apart rocks, and the axe to chop down trees. So I'll go ahead and do the axe now. All right. So at the bottom, you have a finite amount of spaces. There's only so much space that you have to hold your items, and then items do stack. As you can see, the logs are stacking, which means they're all together. I'm not holding 2 separate items of logs. They're both piled together. If you have a finite amount of space, even for stacked items, I think I can only hold, it's 20 logs in one spot before I need to go to the next inventory space. And of course, you have to eat. In a game called Don't Starve, I don't think not eating would be part of the game. You have to eat. So if you look at the top right of the screen, right under the day clock, where it says day 1, it has the picture of the sun with the 3 colors. And we have 3 stats that I have to keep my eye on. There's stomach, the yellow one with the stomach. It's basically my hunger. The one to the right is my health, how much damage I can take before I die. And then below both of those is Move, turkey. Below both of those is my sanity. Now they're not vague. They have these numbers that appear when I look at the inventory screen, and different things happen based on my numbers for both of those. Oh, I'm sorry, all three of those. And of course, you can eat things, you can gather things that will raise your sanity, and you can heal. I just prefer to not need to do that because that means I'm not doing so well. All right, so as you look at the clock, you'll see that there's a dial, and it is constantly spinning just like a clock, and now it is in the red zone, which means the sun has set, and the screen has gotten a lot darker. Now, those colors will change as time goes on. This is summer. We're currently in summer. I can tell we're in summer because of how long the day is. Eventually, we'll go into winter where it's a lot colder, and the sun won't be out as long. I hate winter so much in this game. I hate because you have to change your entire play style more or less. You have to worry about being warm. You have to worry about not freezing. You have to worry about completely different animals and creatures. Okay, so this here is what's called a touchstone. I've activated it, so when I die, I'll come back here. I'll respawn here. I won't have any of my items, and it's only good for one use, but that's where I'll respawn. Of course, I don't want to have to respawn because that means I would have died. It's not good. All right, so let's look at fire while we still have a little bit of daylight, or light rather. I can make a campfire, but I can't make a fire pit because I don't have rocks. You gather rocks by breaking apart rocks with a pickaxe. I've neither made my pickaxe nor found a rock. I'm trying to not make it until I locate some rocks because then I'm wasting more space in my pockets, in my inventory. Grab some berries. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, that's where all my items I'm gathering are appearing, and it tells me how many I have. For example, I'm currently on. Wrong button. I'm currently on petals. I have petals highlighted. I have 15 petals. With that, what I should do, I should make my garland. And now it took 12 to make the garland, which is good for my sanity. And now, 15 minus 12, I have 3 left. Any item that's green means that it can decay over time. Or, I probably shouldn't say decay, but it can go bad. It can spoil over time, at which point something will happen to it. For example, petals, they'll rot, and I believe it's what they become is called rot. Same goes for seeds, which is to its right, carrots, and many other things. Green doesn't mean it's edible. Oh, let's make this fire because it's almost that time. Let's see. I'll put the fire. I'm gonna put it somewhere where I can still do things. Here's good. Okay, so it's a pretty big fire. I can still see this here. Green doesn't necessarily mean that it's edible. For example, you can eat red caps. It's a mushroom. It's a red mushroom. You can eat red caps, but it's not good for you to eat them. Some stats will go up. I believe your hunger will go, your stomach will fill up. But I believe sanity will go down. And for the green one, I believe sanity will go up, but the health will go down. Not too sure. I try not to dabble in that too much, but there are things you can do to make them edible. For example, you can cook them. Let's cook. Oh, I don't believe cooking them even makes it completely better. I'll cook them though. Yeah, it still went down, and I was right on what went down. Oh no, the red was reversed. Red sandy went down, and health went up. But that's okay. It's all right. We'll be all right. So I can't do too much outside of this fire because once I go into the dark, starts to freak out. It's so dark, and then things will come to attack me. I'm not about that life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not about that life, so I'm not going to do that. But what I will just wait out the day, wait out the night, rather. Typically, you don't want to wait out your first few nights, but because I'm doing so much talking to explain the game and trying to do this at the same time, I'm not gonna risk it. I'll wait out the night with no problem. And that fire will not burn endlessly. It will need more fuel. At which point it will just turn into ash, I believe. Okay. So like I said, that was one entire day. Took 8 minutes. We're on day 2. I want to survive as long as possible. I want to also beat the game, maybe. I've never. I know it's gonna be hard. A new day, a new dollar. Got to worry about my hunger. Let's eat some berries. Love me some berries. And different foods have different quality of what they restore. Berries don't restore as much stomach as carrots, I believe. All right, so there are some bees in here. I couldn't attack them. I can't attack them, but I'm not going to, because bees actually like bees in this game. Bees are pretty cool. There's a lot of trees on the screen right now. I need to find some rocks. If I don't find rocks soon, I'm gonna be in trouble. I can zoom out a little bit. If I try and zoom out too much, it'll give me the fog of war. And this right here, I know we saw one earlier. Let's see. I could take a look at the map. I know we saw one before. Oh, it's just right here. And I didn't go into it because I was in the middle of explaining something. But this is a wormhole. I can jump in this wormhole, and it will, what will it do? It'll teleport me somewhere else. Though before I do that, I got several things I want to do right now. For example, these are the rocks I was looking for before, a boulder rather. 6 strikes, and it'll turn into many different things. It gives me flint, gold nuggets, and rocks. I need how many rocks to make a science machine? Science machine will let me make the next tier of things. Like, there's very few things I can make without access to a science machine. So I really need that. I needed that. I needed the rocks more for the science machine than I did for the campfire or fire pit, whatever it's called. Because I'm being held back at the moment. There's a lot of things that I can't do that I need to. For example, there's this guy here, this thing here, with spiders. The spiders will come out and they'll attack me. I can attack them with my axe, but it's not strong. A, it's not strong enough to damage them how I want to. And B, it'll take too long. It'll destroy my axe before I kill all the spiders that'll come out. So even though I found those rocks, I still need one more rock. This game is being very stingy. I've never seen a game be this stingy with rocks. Also, there's rabbits. Rabbits make good pets. They also make good dinners. So I'll put a trap down here and I'll give it some bait. Let's see. So that's one way you can catch a rabbit. There's other ways you can catch a rabbit, but that way is the most guaranteed to catch it. You can set up a trap near their home, and when they run home at the end of the day or the beginning of dusk, they can fall into it. But it's got to be set up a certain way. It's very risky. There's strategy in this game. Anybody told you there's no strategy here in Don't Starve, they've never played Don't Starve. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and search here. This area, I don't know if you could tell, but there's different areas based on the type of ground. This is kind of a foresty ground. This is a swamp area. And there's different enemies you'll come across in different types of areas. For example, you keep saying the word tentacle pop up. That's because I'm standing near a tentacle enemy. They hide in the ground until you stand still by them for too long. Just like that. You pretty much just want to run in a straight line through here. Okay, so this is the third portal, or wormhole rather, that I found. I'm going to take this one because I'm a good distance away from everything else. I'm all the way at the top. As you can see, this is all the area that I've covered. I'm going to take a wormhole just because I need to find a rock. And everywhere I've been so far, I've only found one rock. All right, so it says that was not the same thing to do. Whenever you jump through a wormhole, you lose a little bit of sanity. You don't want to jump through a wormhole too many times in one day. And these creatures here, these guys are my favorite enemy. Not really enemies, they're not enemies. My favorite beasts within the game, I suppose. They're called, what are they called? Beefalo. These are beefalo. They produce manure, which make it so that you can do plenty of things. For example, you can manure as a fuel. Or if you're really cool, you can begin a farm with beefalo manure, or any manure for that matter. Farming is easily my favorite aspect of this game. I specialize in farming. I'm a farming specialist. But I still need more rocks. I can't do anything with the manure until I learn how to make a farm. Which means I'll need to make a science machine first. Let's see. I can make a trap. I'll try and demonstrate. Oh, I don't have enough. See, that's what I was talking about. You have a finite amount of space. I'll try and demonstrate the perfect way to set up a trap by a rabbit hole. Let's see. I think it's right here. And then if a rabbit were to try to return to that hole, it should fall into the trap. Actually, let's take a look at where we are. Okay, we're a good deal south of where we started, which is pretty good. That means I found a portal that can easily let me go all the way to the top from the bottom. It's pretty good. And they found just one more rock, and it's raining. Oh, that sounds like thunder, which means lightning. You set things on fire if you're not careful. Again, a lot of this game is survival. It's not just running around and doing things. It's survival. I'm actively trying to avoid. Oh, great! I forgot I can't hold things. I'm trying to avoid any kind of confrontation at the moment because I'm very ill-equipped. Very ill-equipped. You see, I think. Oh, there's lightning. If I have to drop something, I think I need to drop. Oh, it's time for that time of night, isn't it? Now, I'm pretty sure because it's raining, the fire will go out faster. So I'm probably going to need to give it some fuel. Let's see. Oh, well, there's the rain. I'll give it some fuel anyways. I have a little bit of extra grass. I'll fuel it up. No problem. Okay. So every tool has a percentage that it can do. And once it's at its max, it'll break. It means, oh, wrong. It means you'll just need to make a new one. Make it. There you go. All right. So I'm probably going to make, I'm probably going to try and keep these episodes concise. So I'm going to try to have 2 to 3 days of stuff in each episode, all right? So this night will be our last night. I'll chop down all these trees just for you guys. Just for you guys. Don't let anybody else know I did it for you, all right? Okay, and the things to remember. Oh, I guess I'm at my max for the logs. Let's cook these things. Let's see. Things to remember for tomorrow. I need to find rocks. If I can't find rocks, we're going to waste another few days. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still trying to pick it up. Let's plant these pine cones. How about that? I'll plant them in a certain fashion along the road so that I know that I was here. I know that this area is a safe area. All right. Catch you guys tomorrow.